Modes of payment in e-commerce. Now, the modes of payment in the case of e-commerce are definitely going to be in an electronic device with an electronic medium. So basically, you can use various types of credit cards, debit cards, smart cards. So e-wallet, e-cash, paying the bill through the internet banking. So all this are going to come under the payment of mode in the case of e-commerce. So there are various companies which are offering the credit cards. You have Visa checkouts, you have Google Pay option, you have PayPal, you have Phone Pay. So all these are the examples of the electronic mode payment. So these types of payments have totally replaced the physical cash. Okay. So only you don't there is no need of you to carry any type of physical cash during the shopping period of time. Only the credit card is swiped by the swipe machine. Otherwise, many times you have a QR code. You just have to scan that QR code, and because after scanning there can be an exchange of money electronically. So let us study first about the credit cards. So credit cards are the most common way for the customers to pay online. Same is the case in the debit card. So in the case of credit card and the debit card, the customer can pay online. Merchants can reach out to an international market with credit cards by integrating a payment gateway into their business. So you can shop or use the credit cards anywhere throughout the throughout the country or in the international market also. So it is the best gateway in today's world which we all are using. So you have so many options in the credit card, like you have social media credit card also. So there are some social network credit cards like Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Tumblr, YouTube, Google Plus, Pinterest. So these are the different credit cards. Now there are so many questions raised, or so many students are not aware about the difference between debit card and credit card. So today I'll be discussing about it. So, a debit card is associated completely with your bank, whereas the credit card work as a short-term borrowing instrument. In the case of debit card, it is compulsory that you should have a bank account in that particular bank. Then and then only you get the debit card of that particular bank. But in the credit card, it is not that case. Okay, whether you have the bank account in that bank or no, you can be a credit card holder. Means, for example, if there is an IDBI bank and you have an account in the IDBI bank, definitely you're going to get the debit card when you start an account. Okay, but if in case you don't have an account in an IDBI, but still if you want to take a credit card, you are welcomed by that company. So there is no repayment required and repayment of used fund within the stipulated period. So, whenever you're going to use a debit card, at that spot, whenever you're purchasing something and you swipe your debit card, at that spot, on the spot, your amount is being deducted. But if in the case of credit card, that amount is being borrowed, okay, for a specific period of time, that amount is being borrowed. In the case of debit card, you don't have to pay any type of penalty, because if you have cash in your debit card, then and then only you can use. Here you are not borrowing anyone's cash, so there is no need of any penalty in the case of debit card. But in case of credit card, you have to pay some interest after the due date and penalty or no payment. So you can use the money for 1 month. The bank's money you can use for 1 month in the case of credit card. After 1 month, you have to pay the amount how much you have used to the bank. If you fail in that, you have to pay the penalty, you have to pay the interest for that. So the credit score does not impact any credit score in the case of debit card. But in the case of credit card, overdues, non-payment, due settlements can negatively impact the credit score. So there are so many credit scores which are going to play a major role in the case of credit card. But in the debit card, you don't have any impact on the credit score. So EMI facilities is not in the case of debit card. You can't buy items on EMI. In credit cards, you can, but there is some transaction limit. Okay, each company has a different transaction limit. Based on that, you can take an EMI facility. So there are various modes of payment in e-commerce which we are going to study today. So the first is credit card, then is the mobile payments, bank transfers, e-wallet. Now the next is mobile payments. So in this case, the mobile payments offer a quick solution for the customers to purchase on e-commerce websites. Suppose you're purchasing online on Flipkart, on Amazon, on any of the shopping website. So when you go in the payment section, you have Google Pay option, you have Phone Pay option, you have e-wallet option, Paytm option. So in such cases, you use mobile payments. Okay. So it is a quick solution. There is no need of you to search for the numbers. Okay. So this is the most quickest solutions when you are shopping on the websites. So mobile payments are also commonly used on donations portal, browser games, social media networks such as dating sites, where customers can pay by scanning a barcode in an app on mobile. So you have so many different websites, or you can use mobile payments on any place nowadays just by scanning the barcode. You have seen that whenever you go outside at a particular shop, they have their own barcode, and according to that you go and just scan it, and you can make a payment to that person's account. So there are so many examples and so many apps like Beam, UPI, Paytm, Google Pay, PayPal, Phone Pay. These are all the different mobile payments apps. Now we will study about the bank transfer. Okay. So in the case of bank transfer is used when money is sent from one bank account to another bank account. So basically while transferring this, you need the IFSC code, you need the bank branch name. Okay, so all the details you need whenever you're going to transfer it. So transferring money from bank account is usually fast and safer than withdrawing and paying in cash, because every transaction will be authenticated by checking customers' banking credentials. Example, NEFT, IMPS. So instead of going in the bank and removing the cash, withdrawing the cash, and then paying to some other person, it's better that you just transfer the amount from your bank account to that person's bank account, because there is very low chance of any type of robbery or theft. So bank transfer is mostly authenticated. All the credential of the customer is being checked. Then and then only, after verifying each and everything, the bank transfers the money from one bank to another bank. So these are very different transfer modes like NEFT, IMPS, RTGS, UPI, line hash services. Now the next is e-wallet. So what is e-wallet? It is same like our wallet, but it is in the mode of electronic. Okay, so we carry so many information. We have our Aadhaar card, we have the PAN card, we have the cash in our wallet. In the same manner, e-wallet is a type of electronic card which is used for transaction made online through a computer or a smartphone. Okay, so it is a type of prepaid wallet. Okay, all the cash which is present in e-wallet is in the form of prepaid account, in which a user can store for any future online transactions. So an e-wallet is always protected with a state bank buddy payment or Paytm wallets. So always it is protected and it is very much easy to use. So you can make or you can save the payment for your future transaction with the help of e-wallet. Because of that, it is said to be a prepaid account. So this is an activity to all of you that you have to find out some more payment modes used in e-commerce. So prepaid cards are the cards which are in the form of secured cards that is tied to a previously deposited cash balance. Purchases made with prepaid cards are checked for the approval against existing fund, essentially a stored value card. They usually carry major association logos and can be spent in the same way. So there are various cards which have a specific balance and you can save it for the future transactions. So all these things are having a value, a stored value card which can be spent at some specific interval of time. There are so many photos of prepaid cards. Now the next is cash on delivery. Now this is a option given to the customer when they don't have the cash in an electronic form. So cash on delivery is a type of cash which is a physical cash and it is a payment method oftenly used for physical goods and cash on delivery transactions. So paying with cash does come with several risks such as no guarantee of actual sale during a delivery or a theft. So whenever you purchase something while giving or confirming the order, you get the delivery at your home, then you pay the money in the form of cash that is called as cash on delivery. So there are the chances in this that the theft can be taken place. So cash on delivery is considered as an option if you don't have any electronic money available in any of your apps. Thank you for watching. Do subscribe the channel.